So it takes a lot of sponsors to keep the NBSFA going, and we do advertise all of our sponsors on our Facebook page, as well as on our website that we have up and running. And I'd invite anybody to go to those either one of those two sites and see the sponsors that are critical to keeping the NBSFA alive every year.
The town of Woodstock, believe it or not, town of Woodstock love having us there. I mean, we have a number of tournaments there, plus we do a lot of pre-fishing there, so it brings in a lot of money into their local economy, so they're another big one. What we try not to do is hit up the smaller towns that are having economic problems. I mean, we watched the town of Nakwik go through the crisis with the mill, so we're not going to beat up on them type thing. They do what they can do to help us. And other sponsors, they help out in other forms, be it with product they give us, and we always push that product back to the fishermen, or it's just the use of the resources. You know, most of the towns here that we deal with, be it Woodstock, Perth, Nakwik, or Muckdo, Fredericton, they sponsor us in different forms, shapes, and manners. Some of them are cash, some of them are helping out, some of them are providing, you know, facilities and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So yeah, but your major ones will be Phil's, Steel, Pontiac GMC, and the town of Woodstock. Those are the three main ones.
Okay. You know, you talk about some of the towns that we've been dealing with, and the way that you know that they try and help us. We also do a couple of kids tournaments, which help out those towns as well, right?
Yeah.
Or help out the youth anyway. I think we do two major kids tournaments, right?
Yeah, we sure do. We do one on the 1st of July weekend. We run that at Ormocto. That is run, again, it's on a volunteer basis. Usually it's the fishermen within the NBSFA itself. They bring their children, plus other children come into this. The fishermen themselves bring their boats, and they'll take a strange child, if you will, or the child that they don't know, I should say, and as long as the parent's with them or the consent of the parent, and they'll take them out fishing. Yeah, they usually run from 8 until 12. When they come back in at 12 o'clock, we have a barbecue for them. We feed them hot dogs, hamburgers, lots of to drink. We give them cake, that kind of thing. After that, it's followed by a prize ceremony. It's like Christmas. These kids go away with grab bags, right up to 20-speed mountain bikes. You know, mountain bikes or super soakers. I mean, there's just too much stuff for me to remember what's on those tables type thing, right?
At least a truckload full of stuff.
There's a truckload and a trailer load of stuff that goes back with these kids. It's a lot of work, but there's a lot of work put into it, and again, it's all volunteer. The other one we run in Woodstock on the Labor Day long weekend. We run that on a Sunday. The fishermen like myself and yourself, we're out fishing on the Sunday. The Saturday before, we dump the fish in a Meduska cake, weigh them, then put them back in a Meduska cake. That becomes off limits on the Sunday, and the kids line the banks on the Meduska cake on the Sunday, and they fish again from 8 to 12 type thing, followed by a barbecue and prize ceremony and a whole bit. One thing I forgot to mention, every kid that's in the tournaments go away with a medallion, and we have three different fish species they fish for: smallmouth bass, yellow perch, and chain pickerel. And we have 4 different age categories. So we give away lots of trophies.
Wow.
Every kid gets a medallion, and every kid gets a prize. So it's a lot of work. We've had kids in the Woodstock area up to 117, I think, is our biggest one. Our lowest is probably in the 40s.
Okay.
And the only reason it was in the 40s because rain and things like that. But there are still some kids, rain, shine, thunder, lightning, they're there.
Young fishermen,
you know what I mean?
young fishermen at heart.
At heart, yeah.
Okay.
It's a super thing. It's great. It's what we're trying to do is we're trying to promote, you know, we're trying to promote the future of fishing, smallmouth bass. Everything's catch and release.
Okay.
You know, so we want to promote that. We want to make sure the kids understand that as well.
Okay.
And it gets them away from TVs, computer screens, and things like that. Gets them outside, fresh air in the lungs. You know, it's better for them type thing.
Okay. So you've talked quite a bit about all the stuff that the NBSFA does. What really separates us from other tournament series, I guess, whether it's in New Brunswick Eastern Canada, like what separates us as the NBSFA as being distinctly different?
Well, in my opinion, I think we're probably the premier smallmouth bass fishing series east of Quebec City, without a doubt. Every year we follow up the end year with a championship. It's a 2-day championship. Following that, usually in late November, we have a banquet. At that banquet, we give out all our trophies for the championship. We give out our trophies for the biggest fish of the year. We also give away the top 10 teams based on numbers where they finished. We give them team jackets. Previous years we used to give up to the top 20, 21, 22, depending if there was ties and so on and so forth. In the last couple of years, we've been down to the top 10. What else do we do? Let me think here. With regards to the prize structure, again, we pay back 100% to our folks. We're on a volunteer basis. We don't keep the thing for ourselves. I mean, everything that we do is volunteer based, right?
Okay.
So we get the banquet, we get the championship, we get the team jackets. You know, it's things like that we stand alone. Whereas other tournament series, they'll have their fish off or championship, if you will, and that's it. They shake hands at the end of the day. Everything's done right then, and then they go away for the winter. Whereas we like to hold that banquet, and that's another chance for the guys and the girls to bring their spouses and mingle with others, you know, in a nice setting. And it's semi-formal, if you will, done in a nice hotel, and you know, a nice meal, the whole bit. We bring in the special guests and along with sponsors and things like that. We like to get the mayors in, if you will, like the folks that sponsor us from these smaller towns, get them to come in. We invite all the sponsors free of charge. We pay the whole shot, and it's also one of the other things that we do at this banquet is we have it's almost a raffle, if you will. It's a lot of fun. We table prizes and that kind of thing. We sell tickets on it, and we're able to generate funds going forward for the following year.
Makes it a lot of fun for everybody that's there at the banquet.
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the other things I love about the NBSFA is the fact that as a membership and it being an association, everybody gets a say. We have an AGM every year.
Absolutely.
Where those that want to attend the AGM can,
Yeah.
and they set the conditions by voting in new rules or voting out old rules.
That's right, yeah.
And they set the condition on what the association
That's
is going to look like next
That's
year.
right, yeah. The association doesn't belong to an individual
No.
or 3 or 4 individuals. The association belongs to the membership. You know, we have an executive, and we answer to the membership. The membership tells us what to do, and as an executive, we execute what they want us to do throughout the year. Another thing that we're very clear on is our finances and our books and things like that. I've been the treasurer for a number of years, and my wife's been the treasurer for a number of years, and we always say the books are open to anybody at any
Yeah.
time they want to review them.
Right down
Give
to
us
the
a
penny.
call, right down to the cent.
Yeah.
We can show you where every cent's been paid, and we have an old saying in the NBSFA, no receipt, no money. Makes it simple, because again, we're responsible to the membership,
Absolutely.
and they should know where their money is going.
Okay.
Thing, yeah.
So I'd really like to thank Nathan Robinson from Natural Light Photography, who was kind enough to come here this evening and video this short introduction to the NBSFA. And I'd like to throw an invite out to you. If you're ever been interested in what competitive bass fishing is all about, you have a great opportunity in a beautiful province like New Brunswick, on some great waters that we have for some phenomenal smallmouth bass fishing, to come out and give it a try. If you're not too sure, you know, talk to one of the come out to one of our weigh-in sessions and talk to some of the members and see what's involved.
As Larry says, come on out, give it a shot, or come out to one of our weigh-ins. They're all advertised as well on both our website and the Facebook page, the times and dates. Our weigh-ins are usually at 4 o'clock, unless there's a fog delay, which the weigh-in will then be or commence at 4:30. But 4 o'clock on most days, and you'll see how things go.
Right on. Enjoy the YouTube channel.